Hello, all viewers. We'll begin shortly. All right, we are live on all platforms. If you have any audio related or video related issues, please let me know. Yeah, we're good to go. Just waiting for a few more viewers to begin today's session. Till more people join, we can have a summary of today's session. So, we had a gap down open after yesterday's movement, but the breadth today is slightly better than yesterday. Yesterday, only 10-15 out of the Nifty stocks were positive and only 130 500 Nifty 500 stocks were positive. Today the number definitely looks wherein 21 Nifty 50 stocks are positive and 224 Nifty 500 stocks are positive. So better than yesterday, but we did have a gap down opening and we have seen some recovery from the lows the open. So let's see, wait it out. Even the FNO activity long build up and 87 short build up, rest of them are equally divided into short covering and long unwinding. In terms of options, 19600 now has a huge put OI and 19700 has a huge call OI. Whereas the spot price of Nifty is right now 19650, that is right in the middle of it. Today's Nifty expiry, so maybe we can expect this range uh, to hold. In terms of Bank Nifty, highest call OI is at 44,000. Current price is 43,907. So we have seen good support for Bank Nifty as well from the intraday lows. Dive into the charts. So before deep diving into charts, let me should tell you that we have released an update for Strike wherein we have added fundamentals for stocks. Now, if you go to any stock, you will see a fundamental tab. Fundamentals, you have got quarterly PNL, annual PNL, balance sheet, cash flow, as well as financial ratios. Now, within each tab, it's up to you if you want to see the tabular data or you want to see the charts. Plot anything, any of the variables given here. Yeah, I want to see revenue or EBIT, PAT. I can select anything and view that on the chart. Even on the chart, I have the choice to view either in absolute terms or the growth percentage. I can view each and every data point in terms of growth percentage as a graph. We have given a lot of customization and the data can be represented graphically as well. If you want to see previous data, you can just use this arrow and see previous data as well. As of now, we have got quarterly, annual P&L, balance sheet, cash flow, and financial. Each of these screen, you've got a visual representation of the data. So even in financial ratios, you have all kinds of ratios subdivided by the header. Within that, let's say you want to see any particular ratio, let's go into valuation ratio. You want to see how everything is available. That also you get to see it on the graph, and you can even choose between line graph or the bar graph. It's available talk section now. Head over to this and let us know how you feel helpful, and a lot more things are waiting to get added into this. Another thing that is added now, you can manage your tabs easily. If you have too many apps or too many tabs open, you and choose what you like to keep it at top. For me, scanners, that's how I like to use, and you got all your open tabs here, so you can adjust based on that. That's about the quick update that we have brought into going into the charts for Nifty. So yesterday it did give us a downtrend bearish reversal, and today it opened gap down. But again, it has recovered the whole gap, and it's again back to the averages, that is the 20-day and 40 averages. So now what we would want to see is whether it's again able to close above the 40-day and 20-day average or not. The levels are 19648 and 9661. Again, if it is able to hold these averages on closing basis, would keep us on our foot in terms of whether the trend is up or down. But that is how it is. And second, so I was talking about the daily averages. That level again reclaims back on closing basis. It would still create some kind of question here. In terms of the hourly chart, still somewhat above. That is, the hourly averages are close to 19,713 and 19,730. To Bank Nifty, Bank Nifty also opened lower, but then it has taken support at this parallel channel. Right at this channel, let me try to connect these two tops and view the parallel channel. It has exactly touched that line and gave us recovery. Came back above the lower band. So it looks like a range. So hasn't broken the range towards the downside. So it keeps us on our foot to watch it. Of the hourly chart, it is actually giving a bullish cross on the RMI right now. Needs to confirm on the candle close and no other confirmation. Now let's go to the heat. What all are up to for the day? Mixed mixed sectors for the day. Wherein 1 second. Yeah. So where most of the indices are slightly negative. The biggest loser being metal and commodities today, and winner is the auto sector. Have been autos are one of the few uh, strong sectors, the large caps, and in autos also stocks like Bajaj Auto and Hero Motocorp are at the top. Let's move ahead with that. I missed watching overnight data into idea as well. Cash market we again saw big selling from the FI up to 1800 crores, and the opposite 1469 crores of buying from the DIs. In the futures, we again saw addition in the short position up to 8,000 contracts, and there was a reduction in calls as well as in puts. But net more calls were sold than puts, so that is also if statically then in the futures position we are right there, haven't moved significantly up or down. In net index position we are again back to back making uh, lower lows and lower highs, so still haven't reached the lower end, so it's almost there. We talk about the level in March, then data did went till the lower orange line, so we have already reached at the first one. Whether we have a pickup from here in the market or not, so let's see live indicators as well. Ping today has declined sharply because most of the stocks in FNO segment have falling moment. The live number of the swing is now 30, the average at 58. Now terms of other data like put call ratios, it has reached, it has not really come out of an oversold range, but it has just touched and it's right there. Need to see how it reacts from there on. In terms of advanced decline ratio, also nothing has changed. It has not reached any low end as of the diffusion indicators. If there is any big change, not at least in stocks above 3-day average. Case of RMI bullish has started to decline now for the Nifty and for the 500 as well. We are seeing stocks going on the RMI. With that, let's go to the scanners itself to see what type of signals are coming in. You guys can want to strike and use all of this on your own to analyze it. Scanners. Let's see if there are any interesting candlesticks. Actually, seeing a couple of engulfing patterns forming in a forming today. Hammer patterns for they are forming at a certain juncture. Bearish also we do or bearish run. All these are very easy to spot with the go ahead to this thing at the outer overall action seems downwards even in the Dow Trend. More up to down signal than down to up. Same like yesterday, stocks are price reverse downside. As it is seen from the diffusion also versus new buy signal. The new buy signals, FNO, rest all are new bearish crossovers. One needs to see whether or not they're good setups or not in terms already invested into some setup for shorts. But mind you, the sentiment data still on the oversold side, a mixed kind of a market wherein we are seeing bounces as well. It's not a one-sided trend. Let's see what kind of move pans out. This is usually the essence of pre-expiry week. That is the week before expiry, where all these things happen, and there is some that. Let's see what all stocks are coming up with few days, and after that, we'll take up stock queries. So five five stocks are coming up with results today, and in the next couple of days there are important results like JSW Steel, ICICI Bank, and Kotak Bank. So Monday's essence for Nifty Bank Nifty might be might be influenced with the weekend's events. That is, the major two banks are coming up with earnings, ICICI Bank and Kotak Bank. That's pretty much it about what's happening today. Let me know if you want to look at any particular tool that has been added now or any stock chart. So those of you who have joined late, I was telling that in stock section now you can also see fundamentals on strike. There are more tabs coming, but for now you've got quarterly and annual P&L, balance sheet, cash flow, as well as financial ratios. So you have the freedom to view any of this data for the last 20 years, be it on chartically or on a tabular form. And you can even see the growth percentage uh, that is on year basis or on quarter basis. So all that is available. So do give it a look and let us know what you think about it. Narsimha Murthy has put a comment. I go to RMI to first explore a share. What comes next to taking a trading position? So possibly your overall thinking of the market trend is also important. So if your if your market view overall is bullish, you are looking for bullish setups. And if your market view is overall bearish, you must be looking for bearish uh, setups. So if my view is bearish and I'm just looking for bearish setups, then I would only select new sell. Then once you view all the setups, one things you would like to compare is that whether is it just a whipsaw signal or is it a fresh cycle. So if it's a fresh cycle, then has the stock broken below any key level or is it still trending on let's say 20-day average or a 40-day average. So those are few things uh, you got to watch. So my experience has been that I for me it is easier to watch a upside down chart. For example, we talk about any bullish setups. We open some bullish chart. For example, this is a chart wherein it goes up, dips, goes up, dips, goes up, dips. So it is moving on the Bollinger Bands and 40-day average. What you would want to see in downtrend is you get exact opposite of this. That is, if I invert this, then a chart like this, which goes down, bounces back to the upper band, and then again. So that is an ideal thing that I look for because uh, higher high and higher lows and lower highs and lower lows are the definition of trend by the Dow theory. So if Dow theory and the momentum is giving you the same signal, then the probability of going right increases. Titan mirrors message for Titan. Okay, let me look at here only. So it's Daily RMI has already been in bullish mode, and today it has held on to 20 days average. So on the hourly, it is also in the new bullish list for this particular hour. So I think, uh, one second, let me check weekly as well. So on the weekly, it does have a negative divergence, but there is no price reversal yet. So let's see. Let me go to the setup chart only. What are the other indicators? Only RMI is in bearish mode. Rest all the three things are in bullish mode. In daily, the Dow trend is actually still not bullish because it did make a lower low on closing basis. If we view it on a line chart, then it closed. Yesterday's close was below this close, so Dow trend will get bullish only when this high is crossed. So talk about final confirmation, that would be closing not closing but actually crossing this range to the upside, and 20-day average should act as a support. So we can have more charts to discuss. Is it possible to get entry points in strike? No, we can't give out any levels as such because that is comes under regulation of SEBI. So it is a tool to help you analyze, but on its own, it cannot push out levels based on any indicators that you use. But anything you use is and is already there and will be made available on request as well. So if you are a moving average trader, you can scan for moving averages, certain breaks, closing above, below. So all the triggers are available, but system won't give out any buy or sell level to you. Asian Paints. It's been a consistent downtrend for this stock. Let's see weekly chart as well. On the weekly also, it's actually trading below the 40-week average, and bands are looking to expand downward. So it looks like it may extend further. Let's see if there is any important number in this range. So next support based on Fibonacci would be 3036. From there we can watch if there is any possible reversal. As of now, it seems in a clear downtrend. Any more queries? So we're waiting for more queries if there are any. Otherwise, we can wrap up today's session. Okay, looks like we are done for the day. So do log on to web.strike.money and try using it. They're adding new things each day. So now fundamentals are also added. So extensive amount of data is available for you to check and analyze. Waiting for more messages. So okay, there is one more comment on IGL. Let me begin with weekly chart. So on the weekly chart, we did saw a new bullish signal last week. It's actually whipsawing. and trying to hold above the weekly averages. But the Dow trend has not given a bullish trend reversal on the weekly chart at least. So it has still not made a higher high on closing basis on weekly chart. So that is one thing to note. If we look at the daily chart, then we got a bullish signal here, but now in one day only we are breaking below the daily averages. So on closing basis, this would be the important numbers to watch out for. That is 463 broadly. So if 463 is held on closing basis, then the average will hold. Otherwise, this is an important support if broken, and even the Bollinger Bands are very wide. So the trading range is very wide for this setup if it breaks these averages. So yeah, if it still continues to hold on to the daily averages, then it might still go up. And just looking at it broadly, it gives a look of a inverted head and shoulders, maybe, not sure. The neckline is quite slanting. It is actually broken above and again broken down. So if we have to keep this level in mind, then the level would be 475. So going back above this line again would be important for this setup. Persistent system, is it a breakout? Not sure if it has already come out with the results, because IT stocks had results the last few days. On the daily chart, actually it's a very nice consolidation from this highs, and the cycle has completed. Today in today's session, it's actually RMI is also crossing over bullish side. It actually does look like kind of a breakout. I try to draw a trend line. So the breakout level comes out to be 5820 broadly. Closing above this would would indicate a breakout. All right, so I think that's pretty much it for today's session. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll have a session tomorrow as well. So do use the new things, especially fundamental data that has been added into Strike, and let us